I mean, a lot of people wanted to compare these albums. I just wasn't with that. It's two different types of albums, two different types
Exactly.
of artists,
Yeah.
and they're all in a different space.
Recording in progress. Give me 1 second, guys.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Oh, all right. Yeah, y'all ain't peep. That was us doing a little screenshot work. You know, the picture y'all see on Instagram. But welcome back to the Out of the Berg podcast. We got a special guest. It's on here last year. He's the homie, my cousin. He's been doing his own thing. I see him doing clothing from time to time, blogs, reviews on the we gonna get into this music talk. Reviews on his music. My cousin, my boy, Suave. Let him know. How you been?
You know what it is, your boy, Suave, Mr. and Suave, we trust. Yo, I'm glad y'all invited me back on here. It's been a minute already. It's crazy. It's already
It's been
a year.
Been like a year now.
Yeah.
Wow. Pandemic talk, man. That time is flying. Like,
that's what I'm saying, man. That
once the pandemic hit,
definitely.
everything's just been a blur.
Yeah,
man. But how you been, man? It's been a year,
Man.
but like, how's your mentals? How just life, just in general?
I say everything's good. And when it's not good, it's gonna get better. So I mean, I've tried to be positive with everything. I've been busy with work a lot. Mainly, that's what's taking up a lot of my time. So I've kind of been like on and off with like putting out content.
Okay.
I haven't put out any new content. If we're talking matters of podcasts, I haven't put out anything new in a while. It's been busy. It's been tough. I recently just started getting back into doing the reviews and such. I think I got the flame now. So be on the lookout. I'm about to start dropping at least maybe a couple times a week, space out releases and reviews and stuff. But shoot, since the last time we talked, I did collab with my man Jam and the Jammy brand, drop some merch.
Yeah.
They dropped some merch, man. Good merch. It did really well. Sold out quick.
Shout out to, I think I was on that unreleased episode with him.
Yes.
Him and Nana
yes, you were on episode.
Other dude. Yeah. That was a great conversation. But yeah, I seen that you also did a pod with your other friend. I haven't met him, but Shady. How was that?
Shady.
Yeah, how was
bro?
That boy
because he's a funny guy. He's a funny dude, man. How did that how did you start that?
I love Shady. Man, I love Shady. First of all, shout out to my guy Shady Brady Baby. We were just like talking, and it kind of honestly it was more him than me. We both have a lot of the same interests. So us getting together to do a podcast just made sense. But he kind of came to me and the juices were flowing. And then he was like, basically, like, let's do a podcast. Let's team up. You and I co-host. And he was kind of like that driving force because like I loved it. And he was like, so if I'm lacking, he'd be there to pick me up and we keep it moving. So he kind of like pushed things forward. He started the social media account on Twitter. And I was hyped, man. I was hyped. It was real good. It was fun. We definitely had, man, I think we had like a nice little 8-episode run. It was solid though. We may come back sooner than later, but we definitely, life just life, and we got like hella busy, the both of us. Because this was during the pandemic when we were doing this.
Yeah.
He wasn't actually staying in VA where he usually resides. So him moving back to VA and getting things like situated because of COVID, man, things change, Yeah. So he moved into a new spot and everything, and damn, work. We both have we're in the similar workforces, so we're both busy as fuck, and yeah, life just life. So we haven't recorded any content in a while, but I've been getting so many requests. They were like, bro, where is the Suave Shady show? I was like, man, you know what? I'll talk to Shady. We'll see if we can get a reboot here real soon, though, because the people want it. I miss it. We both talk about it here and there.
That was fire, bro. That was great, man. I used to look forward to listening to y'all every day while I was at work.
Damn, man.
Yeah,
not every day. You know what I'm saying? Like every week when y'all would come.
Yo, Shady, we gotta come back, bro. We gotta make this come back. The streets is hungry.
You can hop on the show too, for real.
Yeah, we get right.
Open invitation.
Open invitation. But man, I really enjoyed y'all show. Like, I don't know if it's the first or second episode when he said the mayonnaise militia.
Come on,
bro, I was dead.
Man, I was like, I'm petty with my jokes, but man, that was just like
he's him when it comes to that shit. I actually thought of folks like you and like y'all really be like with the jokes and shit. So when I didn't know this was coming. I knew like he was gonna have a few words, but man, I don't be knowing what he's about to say. I know he has a message.
Yeah.
So when y'all hear it, I'm also hearing it for the first time when y'all are listening. And I'm just like, bro. And sometimes I'm howling. So I mute myself a little bit and then maybe you'll hear some laughter. But yeah, Shady's the one, bro. That's definitely a signature for the show.
Yeah, that's how I feel. That's how I feel Chris and Avery and Shamar be when I say certain things. They be like, okay.
Yeah, bro. It was wild.
But that's definitely y'all killing it with that. But
yeah,
as far as
we'll get it back. We'll get it back just because y'all got me hyped now.
Yeah, bro, definitely. Like y'all are good. Like just being real, like y'all are good.
Yeah, y'all.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
That was great, man. I remember it's another episode where y'all actually got me to watch the Biggie documentary.
Oh,
I listened to that and then I went and watched because I wasn't even aware of that. So I went and watched it myself. But yeah, man,
that's actually dope. That's so dope to hear because like one of the things when folks are like, yo, what's good with the pod? Like get some new episodes going. Like I loved hearing folks saying like, yo, because we either talked about this and that and made them either go do like some research or watch something or listen to something. Yeah, it was dope. It was dope. And then even like some listeners, they were like, yo, I didn't really know you really be into like, cause I would talk about like UK acts and such here and there. And it was like, yo, I didn't know you was really into that. I thought it was just like the big names you probably liked. And I was like, nah, bro, I really live this. Like that's like literally, I follow them closely. So and it was just dope to hear that. And then some of my friends that didn't know Shady, they're like, bro, that dude Shady is one of one. I'm like, yes. Solid.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Yeah, so I gotta ask you, man, like what's your drive for all this? If you don't mind me asking, like what gets you to like do all the clothing, all the different like media outlets, like you doing like blogs, you've done a couple podcasts already. So like just and of course you're always doing stuff with music. So I'm just curious, like what brings you into it so heavy like that?
Honestly, I think it really is just the passion for music in general. It's been a huge factor for me like my whole life since I was a kid. I didn't just bond with like my family through music, but I bond with my friends through music. And sometimes, I mean, I'm an extrovert, I guess, but I can be very introverted. And sometimes I just like being by myself with the music too. So I legit have a long-lasting love and marriage to music. So that's where the passion comes from. In general, I feel like it's kind of crazy though how I got into blogging. I feel like I did talk a lot about music with my friends and my peers. I got Twitter, and if I got something to say, I have no problem saying that shit on Twitter. But I feel like I'm giving myself another outlet to like speak about how I feel about some music. Because at one point, I mean, Twitter was only 140 characters. You could not get your shit off on Twitter. So just blogging and being able to talk about music that I love, or just maybe critiquing music, things that I like and didn't like, just being a voice for my peers, giving them a different like viewpoint on shit. Because like I feel like in today's world, everyone just kind of eats up like the common take or opinion. So it's like if a major outlet says this album is good, it's assumed that album may be good. Yeah. But I was like, why don't you take it from a guy that'll do his best not to be biased and give you a different spin of things? Or maybe it is good, but it depends. It's good from a production side. Maybe the content lacks like crazy, but production makes the project worthwhile. or maybe it's the presentation. So yeah, I think that's just basically what my driving force is, just to be like another voice for music nerds like myself, and just I like to talk my shit, and just like share and hear what other people have to say about the music that we all like come to love. I mean, music does bring people together, so
Oh, for sure.
that's really like what my driving force is with that, for sure. I would say. But I also the clothing. That was kind of like Jam is really big, bro. Shout out my man Jamal, the Jamie brand. He's really big, bro, and he's dope. He's always looking to collab and inspire with his peers. And I wanted to get some merch. People support me and shit. I was like, yeah, I need to get some merch out. So we talked about it, and he really was like, he was like, bro, so I got to collab with you. It'd be perfect. And I was like, hell yeah, it'd be perfect. I'd be on. And so we just, talked. It wasn't really even all that stressful, man. Jam is a fucking creative genius when it comes to this shit. Like, he's different. So we just like gelled on some ideas that we had of what we want like our merch to look like, and he just took care of it. And we all had the same message, man. We just like collabing with our peers, uplifting people. So we turned that into a creative tour. So hopefully there's more merch in the future. We'll probably drop again at some point, because there was an item actually that folks wanted that we didn't drop. So I feel like we're gonna have to drop again anyways, and do a whole nother create tour and get some more creatives on there, guys. So yeah, I just do it, man, just because like I have a passion for it. I mean, I just think that I love music. I love talking music, and it's a part of who I am. So I stay true to myself, and it's my identity. So
okay.
That's what's up.
This music, we gonna get into this music talk. We go definitely get to. We about to segue to the music talk.
Oh shit,
man. So I follow you, and me and you, we've always had like that's the common thing between me and you. That's why like your brother was like, "Hey, yo, you really like my guys. Y'all love music."
Mm-hmm.
So man, you did a couple reviews: the Drake album, the Ye album.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't mind, what are your thoughts? We've given our thoughts on the podcast on the Kanye album and the Drake album.
Yeah,
twice. And we'll before we let you just we'll say our thoughts. I thought the Ye album was like a 6.
Mm-hmm.
Thought Drake album's like a 7.5.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It was good. I feel like Drake knows at this point what he wants to give to people. He gives you the intro, gives you the fire intro, the fire outro, a 7 a.m. p.m. record for the rap guys. You know what I'm saying? No industry friends. Then he gives you a Erase My Mind and the record with Ty Dolla $ign. Like, it's a formula. Yeah. So it was good, you know what I'm saying, for what he does. But I ain't going to the album. I had to force myself to listen to that.
Yeah, I feel you.
It was just too much. There was
too much going on.
Yeah, it was just too much.
Were there tracks that stood out to y'all, like that y'all liked or loved, maybe? Or that maybe you find yourself like if it comes on, you're like, yo, this shit kind of low key slaps.
Hey, Chris, you want to go?
On the Ye one?
Yeah.
It was, I remember Hurricane, and then there was, I think, Jail, the first one, with Jay-Z, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, I think there was actually like 5 or 6 songs on there that I really liked. I can't remember the names of them per se right off the top, but it was just like, if you put those and maybe like 3 others, I would have had a different opinion of the album. Cause like, I think I rated it like maybe like a 5.5 or a 6, like Peter, I forget. Mm-hmm. But if he kept it like 10, 11 songs, it'd been like maybe like a 7, 8, maybe. Easy.
Right. I'd say this, honestly, I don't disagree with any of y'all's. My ratings will probably be different and how I feel about the album, but how y'all feel, I don't fault y'all at all. That thing was way too long. It's pushing 2 hours. And how it was brought to us with the multiple live viewings, listening to the album on its own when it finally released, I think the album was more enjoyable through those streams than listening to it on its own, because it can be exhausting listening to that shit on its own. But with that live viewing and the scenic shit that was going on, it made it all make sense. And I captured that after my first listen to Donda when it officially released that Sunday.
Okay.
I was like, damn, this is exhausting. But I wasn't exhausted when I was technically sleepy as hell watching that stream. I felt alive watching that. So I felt like it felt better watching it via the live stream. But as for the album itself, I think a fair grade. And also 5.5 and 6 is not really terrible. So y'all didn't even call the album terrible.
No.
It was just a lot of it was chaotic for y'all. I think that's mainly what it was. Like you said if it was like 11 tracks, it'd be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it was just a lot going on. But I think Ye definitely wanted to have a lot of those moving pieces. And he had different versions of songs as well, like towards the tail end, like the part 2s and such.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think all in all, though, I liked what he did production-wise. And for me, nowadays, what I listen to from Ye is the production and the art form. Like, what is he sampling? How does the music sound to me? Does it make me feel a way? He ain't really going to be rapping no rap that's going to make me feel anything anymore.
No.
So I don't really check for Ye for that. So when people be like, yo, this album sucks, I'm like, is it because you're looking for bars? Ye stopped giving us that shit for almost like more than 7 years?
He stopped after, you know what I'll say? He stopped right before Yeezus.
Yeah. I actually think that he stopped feeling the need to do so. But at the same time, I agree because No More Parties in LA is still one of the hardest joints that he's ever put out. And that's with any song across his whole discography.
What's the last record off of Pablo? There's one record where he samples the Jay-Z joint.
I know what you're talking about. It's the St. Pablo joint.
St. Pablo, yeah, that one.
Yeah, that is one of the that he's had put out in like years.
Yeah.
So, like you said though, but you're still right though. He hasn't really been rapping like that in a minute.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't really check for that. But it was refreshing to hear him, try to go. Example, Off the Grid. I heard probably Fabio Foreign's best verse ever.
Woo, Fabio. Yeah. That's the thing with this album. The features.
Talk to me.
Jay Electronica.
Talk to me.
That's the thing that don't make no sense with this dude. He'll drop that dud album, but then on this, it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I don't know. I guess some people are just better at features, though. Like it's just like I'm gonna go crazy, but not on my song, on yours.
I think that thing about that album though, he dedicated it to his mom. People took that personally.
Yep.
And it brought, I guess, the best out of a lot of these. Maybe if not the best, it brought that passion that people really wanted to show up. So the features, they did their thing. The features didn't just feature, they did their thing. And I don't think Kanye was trying to focus on himself, but he was talking to us for him. He was talking from his perspective, shedding some light on his faith and things that he's been going through, yes. But it wasn't for him to showcase his raps. So when I heard Fabi on Off the Grid, and I'm pretty sure that's like track 4.
Yeah.
I'm thinking to myself, I was like, yay, that's definitely assembled like the Avengers. And he just wanted everyone to get some go. And Fabi rap, and even Kanye's verse following up, his on Off the Grid was still solid. And then he gave us a little something with what's that cut called where he samples Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, that one. I believe what I say, right?
Yeah. That's what it's
like
called. That. Yeah. I knew you would too. When I first heard that joint, like on the live stream, I was like, oh yeah,
I love that record.
No, but now that you said that though, that you listen to the live streams though, and it just felt like it hit different that way, that makes a lot of sense though. Because like an atmosphere makes a world of difference when you're like consuming like media and stuff like that. Like when you go to the movies, not the same when you're watching that at home by yourself.
That is true. Not to like get off topic, but when I watched Space Jam and like the Space Jam that LeBron did, I watched it in the house. It didn't feel that same feel that like if I would watched it in the theaters. Different vibe. You know what I'm saying? So I liked it, but I was like, if we had to go to the theater, like also Coming to America, the second joint. If I went to the theaters to watch it, it would have been a different feel.
Yeah.
So I get where you're coming from there.
So that's my take on the Donda album. I won't even cap on it. I haven't been revisiting it that much to listen to it as a whole. But this is the benefit of releasing music that are like albums that are like over 20 tracks. You can pick and choose what you love, throw it on a playlist, or you can always revisit those songs that you like. So he gave us enough and a little bit of everything that folks will come back, press click, and listen to their favorite song. So I mean, I guess a long, time-consuming album like that kind of did its job. I think it's a solid effort for Ye because I view Ye in a different lens. No bias shit. I won't say like it was a great, phenomenal album of the year type shit, but I think I like that as a follow-up album to Jesus is King because at least we know this nigga is not on no fugazi shit. He really is serious about his faith. Say what you want. So yeah, I think that was one of my better takeaways. I was like, yeah, I'm with it. This is cool. Good drop. But I want to hear what y'all have to say about CLB because that one was interesting.
Certified Lover Boy?
Yeah.
I'll say this. Drake, like I said, Drake knows what he has a formula.
Yeah.
I think this album was just another good Drake album. It's not Take Care or Nothing Was the Same.
Mm-hmm.
It's not If You're Reading This Too Late. He has a formula he wants to give to people. Like he knows I'll do the singing records here. I'll do the hardcore rap records at 7 a.m. No industry friends. The fire intro.
Yeah, come on, that's how you get them. That's how you get them. That intro
and the fire outro. But I just feel like Drake is at this point. If you're looking like I'm one of them music guys that I want to see you be innovative and do something different and try something. Drake ain't gonna do that. He's not
who will though.
Yeah, like this the guy you got baby on the guy on the Baby Keem record. We'll talk about him later. But Drake is just Drake at this point, and it's all right. He's doing his numbers. He's
gonna always do the numbers.
Oh yeah, for sure. Don't even have to like guess on that. Like for me, I think I said that on here, or maybe I said it after we had already got off camera. But like Drake is somebody who's just always gonna be part of like the culture if he's dropping like an album, because it just feels like he's not gonna drop anything that like the majority of people aren't gonna like. It's just not gonna happen. It's just he's gonna have his party record. He's gonna have this. Now everything's going crazy on TikTok. He's gonna have a few songs that's gonna go crazy on TikTok. Yep. Like he knows what's doing. It's formulated, and it's just gonna be like, okay, I can generally say this is decent music at the least. Yeah. Like I never feel too strongly about Drake, and I think that's just because I feel like I was burned out on Drake early because just a lot of people around me at one point were just let's slide Drake, and I just was like, he's like whatever. But I still find it like decent music. Like I never felt like yo, this is trash. Like I never felt like that. And so it's just like it's easy to say like he's gonna get his money one way or another.
He don't really need it. So like I'll say this, like album dropped like at 2 a.m. like a weird time.
Yeah.
I woke up to listen to it at like 6:46. Between 6:46 a.m. and 8 a.m. people already were calling it a classic, and I was like, yo, fuck it.
See,
that already killed my vibe. I didn't even want to do a review for this album off the rip because of that. Like I'm over here like blown away by Champagne Poetry because the samples used, and y'all already calling this shit a classic. I was blown.
Yeah. No disrespect.
Like, let me see for myself.
No disrespect, but the ones that are calling it a classic are probably, and no disrespect, some light-skinned men that really vibe with him, or guys like Shamar. Did you see Shamar? I don't think you see the thing where he took off all the Toronto stuff. Those are the
Yo, I peeped that. I did peep that. Yo, sicko. Yeah, he was definitely loving this shit.
I wish we had him on today because I told him he'd like you because you really fuck with Drake. But
I feel like we would have a great conversation, honestly.
For sure.
Yeah.
But CLB though, all in all, I mean, I put out the review on the blog, and I mean, I felt like Drake didn't really have any bad songs on there. He didn't really like blow me away with a lot of the songs. and the songs that are taking off, they are not my favorite. Way Too Sexy is corny as fuck to me, but
don't get me started.
It's the one. You see you see the numbers, you see
Yeah.
what's going on.
Don't get me started with that.
And there's certain songs that are catchy, and it's like really hard to hate the song and call it a trash song. But if it's on, you'll catch a vibe. But I was looking at it like my favorite songs kind of were the intro, Poppy's Home, the Jay-Z joint was straight, Fair Trade, and then I liked the other songs following it, like TSU, In Too Deep, and Pipe Down. But that second half of the album is what I loved the most, because that's when he gave me some flavor and some energy. There's No Friends in the Industry, you know, what's the joint with 21 and Project Pat, Knife Talk?
Oh, Knife Talk.
Yeah.
That was my joint. And then of course he restored the feeling with getting on the track with Ross and Wayne again. That was dope.
2012.
But you see, I'll even ask you this: how'd you feel about that Drake Kid Cudi song? That joint low key goes, don't it?
Yes, it's a cool record.
But the thing is like that's the reason why I thought like if you give this album time, like how you feel now, if you don't really like Drake, you didn't really like the album, don't even force yourself to listen to it, but revisit it a couple months from now and see how it sounds then. Because I end up giving CLB a B because there was no bad records. Drake will continue to do Drake shit. And I feel like a lot of his albums you revisit and you're like, oh fuck, this one was really like a solid project. There's no skips. There was good music. It did maybe feel repetitive, but Drake has a formula, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yep.
You see, people were starting to feel that way with Views, but if you're hip to what you see people say about Views now, years later, they were like, Views was underappreciated. They stay saying that shit about Views, that it was super underappreciated.
Yeah.
I think it was. I love Views personally, but
I ain't gonna hold you. And back to your point about Views, I see people saying that now. I just think, and this is for me because I think from where I'm at in life and where I was at that time, Drake was coming off beating Meek, and he put out Summer 16, which was like aggressive. So when I heard that mellow type of feel, I was just like,
Buzz
but
Killington.
I get why people. I'm still not into that, but I get why people felt that they've grown with it, because what Drake was talking about at the time was like a lot of relationship stuff that people are now growing into. So like, I get it, but for me, it's just like, but that's just me.
Yeah, for me, I think actually you're right. That's probably a lot of reasons why I love Views. I think where I was at in life, Views was like a marquee drop for me because I was like, wow, the timing couldn't be even more perfect and shit. So that was like, that was clutch for me. So I always felt a way about Views, and I still think it's solid.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dope moments on there. And CLB, I view it in that same lens, but only time will be the best to determine how good CLB is or how bad it is. But I did want to hear more, I wanted to hear Drake take shit up a notch. But the thing is, he's been at such a high level, and like you said, his current formula, can he really drop anything that can top his earlier work or maybe his best work? Will he be able to put a body of work that'll top all that? We don't know, and we will just have to wait and see. But a controversial drop, I don't even know if I can call CLB controversial. I kind of want to, just because it has gotten a lot of hate. Maybe it gets back to him, and maybe the next album is what he drops that makes everyone just shut up and be like, nah, this is the one. But we'll see.
Yeah, I think you said something about how his Drake is one of them interesting. He's very polarized because when Take Care dropped, it was the same thing. People can't pan that album because of certain type of records that were on there. For me, I like the rapping records on there, but there were certain type of records that people panned it for because he was emotional and stuff. And even with Nothing Was the Same, we didn't see people give it its flowers at that time.
Yeah.
It's not like it grew on people oh, this is actually a classic. Take Care minus maybe 2-3 tracks. I think it's a classic album. Nothing Was the Same.
I think
same.
Do you think Nothing Was the Same is better than Take Care?
I think it's yes and no. I think Nothing Was the Same is his most cohesive project. The only record I don't like is 305 to My City. I think I didn't like that record. I didn't like that song.
Oh, okay. I see why. I see why. Yeah.
But the rest of it, From Time with Jenny Aiko, that is one of my guilty pleasure songs. It's one of my guilty pleasure songs. I don't like that song so much. It's like he's talking. I don't know. It's a great. Anytime I say that song, it's like, yeah, it's a great record. But I feel like Take Care. I feel like Take Care had more standout tracks, but it also had some records I hate. Like I don't like Marvin's Room.
It's the timing thing, though, bro.
Yeah.
That album came out at a time. All those records were just. They were key drops. Marvin's Room did what it did. To me, Marvin's Room's not even the best song on there, but we know how important that song was for Drake's success.
Yeah, that.
But that wasn't even the best record on there. But Drake, man, him and Ye. I mean, a lot of people wanted to compare these albums. I just wasn't with that. It's two different types of albums, two different types of artists, and they're all in a different space. And if you really want to talk about who really did something with their drop, I would say Kanye did something with his drop because it's something different that Kanye didn't do before, in a way. But it depends how you view it.
Yeah, I'll say this about, because you said about the drops and how people are comparing them. I've seen a lot of talk about, because of how Ye has been since Yeezus, there's been this talk of like Drake having a better catalog than Ye.
And who's a better catalog than Ye?
Drake having a better catalog than Ye.
It's like in total?
Yeah, because of the recent, people take Yeezus, The Life of Pablo, the Ye album, Jesus King, and are like, this is hurting his catalog, even though the first 6 are like, know what that is. But like they're saying Drake is more consistent with his. There's no like bad drop off where like with Yeezus and Pablo album and Ye and even Jesus is King and even this, they're feeling like it's hurting his discography. I'm hearing that talk.
Man, I might come off as like a Kanye stan or some shit, but it's just so funny when these folks be saying that and why they all of a sudden started saying that. But then they'll be turn around and when they're not happy with their favorite artist, Drake, and then be like, all the albums sound the same. So how does the dude's albums all sound the same, but his discography's better? But don't get it twisted though. I'm also a Drake stan. So I'm basically playing devil's advocate right now.
Yeah.
So I personally don't. I think Kanye's discography means way more to me in my life. It's who I am. Bro, all them earlier joints, we grew up on that shit.
Bro,
and I think
because you can honestly
the first 4 is better than his first 4.
Yeah, no, because like you can honestly say like Kanye is an artist. Like artists take risks.
Yeah,
Drake don't take no risks. Like don't get me wrong. Like he is a musician.
That's a money line right there.
But like,
go ahead, Chris.
Kanye is an actual artist, and like to actually like create stuff and to get to where he has you, like you have to take those risks. Like like I'm saying like he had like maybe like 11 good songs on that album, but like if he actually wanted to, I feel like Kanye could like still destroy this music game at any given time. He just likes to put out the stuff that he likes to creatively make. He doesn't get to those creative spaces to make those songs unless he's being the artist that he is, the prima donna that he is,
Yeah. I love the fact that you said he took risks, because there's another artist we're going to talk about here that did take a risk and it kind of hurt him. When he did 808s and Heartbreaks, right?
Yeah.
That at that time was a huge risk.
Yeah.
Nobody doing that.
I can't tell you, because like singing, rapping, like I told you, there's an artist here that got killed for that. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, it was not a thing. So when he did that, to me, it was like, Love Lockdown, Heartless, Paranoid. What's the record with Cudi on that album that I love? Guilt Trip, right?
My head keeps. Welcome to Heartbreak.
Welcome to Heartbreak, yeah. Welcome to Heartbreak, and then a record with Jeezy I love that was on one of the 2Ks. Amazing.
Oh yeah. I used to love Amazing,
Come on,
bro.
man. You know the cuts, baby. You know the cuts.
Yeah.
Man. Those
So
are,
like, Ye is one of them dudes. He took risks for guys like Drake to walk.
Exactly, and like somebody like Drake is not gonna be like take any like risk. Everything he does is calculated, which is fine because he's a businessman. I respect that.
Yeah.
But like Kanye doesn't think that way, so he's gonna take the risk. He's gonna have that one song you're like, yo, I don't even understand why he did this. He did that because he was experimenting.
You know what
he wanted to see how you liked it.
I just thought of this because I feel like we're saying Drake's not going to take no risk, but if you ask Drake, has he taken risk? He'll tell you, yes, he has. And I guess he has, but them risks not really are the same level of risk that Kanye has taken. You could almost say Kanye's whole fucking career is a big giant risk. And he literally hit the jackpot on that risk he took. Kanye's whole career, honestly.
Yeah.
But with Drake, I guess what are even some of Drake's bigger risk? I guess it's going ahead and putting out the Take Care, I guess, could be being the singer, like the singing rapping guy could be the risk. But
you know what I think his biggest risk was, and at the time he wasn't thinking about it, going at Pusha T.
Yeah, those are his biggest risks. Going at Push, going at Meek as the singer rapper guy. The singer rapper light skinned.
I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah. When he did that, I remember when I heard Back to Back. Yeah. I was like, this is 2013, was 2015, right?
Sounds about right.
I remember he dropped the first record, and everybody was like, I forgot what it was called, but it was light, right? Then the next day,
is that Charged Up?
Charged Up. And it was mid because I remember Funk Flex was going crazy. Funk Flex was trying to destroy Drake's career. So the next day, I'm like, it's like 6 a.m, right? And my cousin, who's deep into music, I'll get him.
Okay.
He posts on Facebook, Drake Back to Back. I'm like, this is fake. This already a day, and you drop another one, and this dude ain't dropped one yet. I played that, so I was like, but this is Kevin. He this is my OG. He has to. So I was like, let me play this. And I tell you, my jaw dropped when I heard him saying, "You get embodied by a singing nigga." Yeah. When I heard that line, I was like, "Yo, Meek, you done." I was like, "Meek, you gotta respond now."
That was the punchline for a decade. Is this your girl's? It's like, is this your tour or your girl's tour? Whatever that bar was. Like, all those bars, that shit has literally aged so well. People still say that.
But yeah,
I mean, really came for him though. Those were big risks.
Those are big risks.
They were.
Well, because at the time, like, you gotta know, like, with hip hop, like, we'll talk about, another artist or a couple other artists, but like, when you have a ghostwriter associated to you, especially when people think you're that dude, yeah, your career could be over. Like, picture like if and we'll talk about, but picture if 50 Cent called Ja Rule with a ghostwriter in 2003.
Yeah.
See, and you know what he did to him, and we all know what he did to him. Shout out to Ja, we're giving you your flowers today, but we know what. But a picture that.
Yeah, this is a whole different scenario, bro.
Well, yeah,
a whole different scenario. I
think Drake is, he's that dude. But Ye catalog is just too. Like I said, late registration, college dropout. My beautiful doctor.
They're different. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate them both. I mean, I stand both acts. But I mean, I'll always. At least I hate lying to myself, so I'm always keeping a buck about these artists at all times, even though I stand them. I don't really think they're the same. I don't think it's fair to compare the albums. And they're all great. They're both great in their own way. So, I mean, salute to both of them for dropping at an important time for us, man. And you see, those are like some of the biggest drops this year, but a lot more music is on the way too. So it's dope that they kind of, went ahead and kind of jump started the excitement for the industry. People are getting motivated off of these drops. So yeah.
We're gonna speak about some new music. Baby Keem dropped.
My guy.
Baby Keem dropped. And Kendrick was on that Family Ties. Oof, God, Lord have mercy.
Come on.
I'm gonna tell Suave this, man. When Family Ties came out, I think either the same week as Donda or something like that. Or I think either the same day or something. No, not
same week. I think
same week,
same week, right? Bro, I listened to Kendrick. I listened to that song and Kendrick's verse more than I listened to that whole Donda project.
Ooh.
Because that verse, that
I don't think you're the only one though. That
Kendrick verse, oh my Lord.
Come on. Smoking on top fives.
Smoking on top fives. That's the thing now. Oh God.
Smoking what do you think? Top fives.
What do you think about?
He said Kanye changed his life, but I'm an old school
Gemini. I was like, hey, yo, get Kendrick out of here. Stop.
Bro, I'm so geeked off that verse.
The Elo hymn of rap. They gotta come to me first.
Yeah.
Oh man. Industry needs a vaccine.
He did the damn thing on that song. So like I knew him and Keem being family. Mm-hmm. Like I was excited for the album. I was like, there has to be more Kendrick, because the fact that we got family ties, there's definitely more Kendrick on the album. Or maybe Kendrick is just, getting warmed up again because he's about to do his own thing, which he is. But yeah, that Baby Keem project though, man, talking about experimental, dog. Like Keem is a youngster, but he creates like an old artist, a vet. He creates like a seasoned vet. He takes all the risk. He's not just an artist, like a rapper. He likes doing the melodies and shit, and he also produces. So I thought it made sense for him to even be on Donda in the first place, because it was like almost like Baby A vibes. I produce, I rap, I like doing my singing shit and talking about my feelings when I'm going through shit. So I think all in all, that Baby Keem project was probably one of the better drops, but I'm not saying it's top 10. I'm not saying it's top 20, but it's one of the better drops because I looked forward to it based off of his last project, which I thought was nuts. But I had like a whole different vibe to this one. But just going in, I thought it was like going to be a project that I was going to talk about the rest of the year. And I mean, I feel like I still will. A lot of those songs on there, Keem did his thing. And then he also included Kendrick on some other songs. Especially one song.
Top of the morning.
Let's get this shit.
I really think Kendrick, he's different, bro. I
don't know. Like that's a fun song, a fun drop. But I love the back-to-back between him and Kimo Range Bros, bro. I love the back-to-back. Yeah.
I love the way Kendrick Bros line.
Yeah, he transitioned with that wild top of the morning shit. But if you pay attention afterwards, Keem kind of went off. That following verse after that, Keem went off. So I love the artistry there, man. It really runs in the family, clearly.
Yeah.
Did you what'd you think about the whole album though, overall Baby Keem track?
I thought it was, like you said, it sounds like he's very seasoned in what he does, very calculated in what he wants to produce. And I like artists that take that risk of, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. Mm-hmm. And production, me ain't even about the raps. I really rock with the production on this. This is like really good. Like, so I mean, I would say I may have enjoyed this more than Donda and maybe a bit better than Certified, but I really think for a guy his age, sky's the limit. Just off this.
It really is, bro.
Sky's the limit. Like, this is really good for a guy that's coming in the industry. I'm not gonna call it a classic or say it's one of the best albums I've heard, because honestly, the best album I heard.
He's officially the lead artist on PJ Lang now, Kendrick's label and such. So this is a dope drop from him to get things rolling. We know Kendrick's gonna follow up with something mean. But like just hearing Keem and sky's the limit. I just thought it was kind of a real big deal for him just to be on Donda, like dropping this song with Kendrick. We've all been like saying, "Where's Kendrick? Where's Kendrick?" Shoot, we hear Kendrick, and we hear like Kendrick ad-libs throughout the album and such.
Yeah.
So it was just dope to hear and see. So the Melodic Blue, Baby Keem. If y'all haven't listened to that, listeners, tap in, please.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And for me, like when I saw him on Donda, I feel like that was like a recognition. By Kanye saying like this dude's legit,
right?
And then like you hear his whole album too. It's just like, okay, so this guy is like he's not just like some like young dude. He actually like has some understanding here, because like you said, like even as he was rapping, I think I think I said this last week. Like my brother came in, he was just like, is that Kendrick or is that Baby King? Because it's just like the vibe he was giving off a few of those songs that he was rapping. It's like that he clearly feels like he's been influenced by his cousin in a good way too.
Yeah.
Honestly, they influence each other. I be telling people it's not just him being influenced by Kendrick. Kendrick gets influenced by Keem. A lot of things that people kind of don't know. Well, they probably call it count on now. It's not like no secret, but you remember the new ad libs and energy we were hearing from Kendrick on Damn? I don't think that was all Kendrick. Keem was bringing that energy on those mixtapes that he was dropping.
It's that new energy that I think that's Kendrick's getting fed. And
that's facts.
Yeah.
When you feed Kendrick some energy, I don't know what it is about him. He just gets it.
Yeah. Bro, it's that family connection though.
Yeah.
Range bros. That connection is real, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, a couple people dropped this year. I probably shouldn't get too deep in this, but Nas dropped, J. Cole dropped, Drake. We've been having good music, but if you ask me right now, and I'm gonna ask two of y'all, what's the best album so far? I'm gonna go with my dude Nas. But I'll tell you why, but I want to hear you guys' picks for albums you enjoyed the most.
Man, I think Nas definitely could easily get that for this year. I feel like here's my range though with the albums though. I'm just nominate people because I don't even know what I think was the best one, but I'm just gonna say some names. So actually, this may even help Chris out if he's not too sure either.
Yeah.
Nas, his album. Isaiah Rashad's album. Vince Staples, that joint was like that. I think that kind of went over folks' heads because Vince Staples, he always jokes, he's like, I'm not even a rapper, dog. I'm just here. Like that energy and that vibe he presents. But the thing is, that non-rapper, he put out a nice body of work though. So his album, shout out to my guys like Boldy James. I liked his project a lot too. And then West Side Gun's project I like, but I know that's gonna be a candidate because if you saw the side B feature list, oh my goodness. I don't know what's coming, but that side B is about to go crazy.
West Side, all them Griselda. It's the thing with the Griselda, they put so much body of work, man.
They do, bro.
Yeah.
They really do.
They drop a lot.
They do.
They drop a lot, like the Migos drop. We're dropping at one point. But the thing is, I don't get tired of West Side.
That's what I'm saying. I don't get tired of it at all, bro.
Or Boldy. Oh yeah, shout out Matt Comey. He had a project. One, I think what's that track called? Pray for Haiti. I think that's what it's called. Matt Comey. He's another cat, bro. He's tough. That album was like that. I'm trying to think who else dropped something. I feel like I'm leaving folks out. Cole also dropped.
Yeah, cool.
I guess you could throw him up there. Damn, I don't know if this is bad or if I even want to say this live, but I haven't revisited that Cole album in a minute.
Here's the thing with the Cole album, right?
Yeah.
When it dropped, I liked it. I still like it. But I feel with the young energy on this, there was a lot of young energy on that. And if you're not invested in Cole, like the people that I know or just hip hop heads, you're not invested in Cole, because I know a couple that are. That I'm saying this, they will probably eat me alive because they love J. Cole. We know a couple of them, Chris.
A little too much, to be honest.
Yeah. But if you're not invested in Cole, you're just gonna pass this by. Because I know people that just were like, he's rapping is good, but But I liked it. I really liked the album. So
yeah, for sure. I thought it was good. I just happened to not revisit. And that album I was talking about, that I thought that was fire. The Matt Comey joint, it is called Pray for Haiti. Yeah, y'all gotta peep that. The joint's solid. I don't know who I could pick though. I might give it to Nas by default, but maybe I'll just make a personal pick. A personal pick for me is I'll probably go with this man, Slow Tide Tyrant. That joint is a UK act. Like it's like fun rap, but it's like self-reflective. It's a self-titled. So his real name is Tyron or Tyron. I think it's Tyron because he's British and white. There's no way he goes by Tyrone or Tyron. It's probably Tyron. It's probably Tyron. Yeah, but Slow Tie is the rap name. Yeah, his album. Yeah, that one. I don't know. That shit speaks to me though. So that's probably my favorite drop this year. And that joint came out in February, and it still gets crazy spins today by me. So it's holding up. But yeah, shout out Nas though. Like he's that resurgence. Like think about it, back-to-back years dropping possibly arguably top 5 projects.
Yeah,
maybe 3.
I told people like I had to give myself like, because when I heard the first one, I remember I talked to you about it. I heard no flaws in the first one, right? Yeah. And I was like, man, and I wasn't even thinking Nas would drop again. Nas is not one of them dudes that drops.
He caught us sleep, actually. He caught us sleep.
Mm-hmm. He caught us. I was like, oh, King's Disease 2.
Yeah, and out of nowhere.
And like I went to work there. I had to go to the office that day for the first time. Mm-hmm. Like, man, I haven't stopped playing that album. I haven't stopped playing. Like it's like I don't know what him and Hit Boy have, but it's special.
You know what it is, man. Hit Boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk. Yeah, Big Sean be saying. Yo, they have a great chemistry, and you can really tell though, like Hit Boy was a very big Nas head coming up because to be able to he's not even just catering to Nas. He knows what Nas wants to like hear, and they're just cooking up together. Yeah, I know they'd be in the same room when they cooked up. It's not like, hey, I sent you an email, check it out.
No. Yeah, and you get that feel through like the whole album too. It feels like they're like just like a cohesive group pack. I don't even know how to describe it. They there.
Yeah. Bro, I don't know. I think Peter and I may have agreed on this. I think the second joint might be better than the first one.
Yeah. Oh, I agree with you. And
before our last conversation, Peter, I did say King Disease 1 was better, and maybe it's just because I had only listened to King Disease 2 twice, and the first one I listened to like 10 times, just because like it kind of hit me out of nowhere. Cause I really wouldn't think about Nas dropping music like that.
Yeah,
and so I went back and revisited it, and then like compared it. It's definitely better.
Man, and it's like and I don't want to go too deep into the like review, but
that's why time is important, bro.
Yeah, that timing is perfect.
Very.
I'm saying Nas album is great.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking at there. But yeah. Oh, Chris, did you give an album that?
Well, at least for me, I've been going back and forth. Mm-hmm. Like it feels like every other week for me, like either on the Nas or the J. Cole.
Okay.
And then there were a few other ones that I kind of mess with a lot too, but those two are the two consistent ones that kind of stay up top for me. And then I haven't listened to the Vince Staples one. I don't think so. I'm gonna have to listen.
Tap in. Yeah, I think y'all enjoy that. I don't know if y'all will fall in love with it, but y'all just gonna be like, yo, this is kind of refreshing. Like that's how y'all gonna really take that.
Vince Staples, so probably so. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I call him the OG troll. Him and Tyler, the creator, they're like the OG trolls.
Yeah, bro. Oh, time out. I ain't gonna even.
I just remember Tyler's
album. Yeah, that album. That joint might be it. Like no shade to Nas's joint, because Nas's joint is definitely up there. Tyler's shit is like that. So my picks officially, forget what I personally listen to every day. Tyler's joint, Nas joint, and Isaiah Rashad are probably the top 3 for me right now at 9:42 on September 17th. Those are my top three best rap projects.
Tyler, I don't know why I rank it, but it's definitely up there. Tyler was in his bag.
Yeah,
bag, bro. Honestly, if we didn't catch that and we didn't bring up Tyler at all, bro, we would have got destroyed in the comments.
Yeah.
They would have killed us. But yeah,
and I loved it too. So I know my homies would have grilled me. They'd be like, "Yo, so you out here fake loving Tyler for the blog or something?"
Right.
Yeah, Tyler album like that.
It's off for clicks, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, speaking of clicks, let's get to some of this versus talk.
Come on, the transition by Peter. Speaking of clicks.
we gotta get into some of this versus talk. You know what? I'm gonna get into. There's gonna be three we're gonna talk about, but I want to briefly before we get into the one that happened Tuesday, Dipset and The Lox. I just want to know because I know me and Chris we talked about this.
Yeah.
Suave, I'm pretty sure you watched it. What were your thoughts?
Oh yeah. I know you probably still remember some of our convos about that. I picked Dipset, but clearly health is wealth, and the Lox is a healthy unit. And they showed up and showed out, and they reminded me a lot of cuts that they had that I loved as a kid, as a young boy that I wasn't supposed to listen to, but I was listening to that shit on the low. My parents wouldn't let me listen to their shit, so I listened to it on the low, and yeah. They were reminding me. They restored the feeling, and I think not just stage presence, they bodied that, and they reminded us that they got hits too.
Yeah, I said, and I don't know if I told you, Swap, but I told Chris this. I said it's gonna be a tie because the Lox, their movement doesn't really compare to Dipset's movement. Their movement was like people know this that they signed to Rockefeller. But if you were a casual, you wouldn't know they sounded Rockefeller because of how big they were as like they stood on their own.
Yeah.
But for the hardcore rap fans that know posse cuts and freestyles and hip hop, ain't no way that they were gonna go out like that. So I was like, tie. I was wrong because Dipset decided
you were better than me.
Debate? Huh?
You were better than me. I said, I'm pretty sure there's an IG chat conversation where I said, I think Dipset can, if they play the right, I'm pretty sure I said, if Dipset plays the right hits and they time their song choices perfectly, they could blow the Lox out. I said some reckless shit like that on IG. I'm about to go delete that before you finish up. I said something wild like that. So your tie was close enough.
Yeah, because I just know for the hardcore rap fans and Jadakiss, ain't no in New York. No. Those posse cuts.
What's it called? Jadakiss could have even dug deeper and picked out a couple more of his own mixtape shit. Not even just the Lox as a collective. He could have went deeper into his bag and pulled out some stuff.
He could have played the freestyle. He could have played. He didn't play Y in any of the verses.
Dog. He didn't play Y. Shoot, actually damn, I lost it. I had like a little list on my like Word document because I was watching on my computer, and there was a couple of cuts that he didn't play, and I was like, damn, why did he not play this?
Yeah,
it threw me off.
But yeah, the Lox caught a body bag.
Body bag. Funeral service.
You know the funniest thing about that whole verse is, right? Cam said, man, y'all the side dishes, man. Y'all always a side dish. Y'all always a feature on somebody's joint. But sometimes the mac and cheese better than the turkey.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Sometimes some of them, I told some of those posse cuts, banned from TV, Reservoir Dogs, Blackout.
Yeah. And we've talked about Blackout in general. We were talking about who had the best verse on Blackout. We've talked about this many times. Yeah. Who had the best verse on Blackout? So when I was thinking to myself, like, yeah, we know what it is.
Yeah,
we know who it is. Man, Kiss. Yeah. I'm glad he had this moment, not just for himself. Shout out to the Lox, Styles, Feek, all of them. This was a big moment for them, and I know it felt good just to grace a stage again and rock the show and shit.
Yeah, it was a good moment for the Lox, not so for the Dipset, but it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. To me, two legends had great moments. One legend finally got flowers that he never gets.
Never.
Because of one specific L.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts on Ja and Fat Joe? I'll say a little. I thought if we talking just performance, Ja Rule kind of took him out of here. If you want to go song for song, I'll get why you pick Fat Joe. But if it's performance, Ja Rule killed that.
Right. And I watched this in spurts, for real. I didn't watch it in the whole. I was doing way too much all at once. So I was like watching it, looking over. And I loved Jaw's energy, yo. He was feeling it. They were happy to be there. But Fat Joe did have a lot of cuts that I loved. And then I would say this, and I'd be like, yo, Joe's getting him out of here. But then Ja Rule would play a joint, and I'm like, this is pretty close. So I don't even know what the final score was. But for me, man, I didn't even pick a winner. I just was happy to be here. That was a more closer matchup for me, I think, than probably the next person. I think I saw a lot of people say Ja won or Fat Joe won. I think a lot of people won with Fat Joe, I think. Yeah. But I think it was about even.
I saw I saw a lot of people saying Ja off performance. Ja off performance, but Joe off of certain records. Like if you did a record for record, some people had Joe winning because it was like, I don't care. Nothing's beating Big Pun and Twins. You can't play between me and you, but you perform between me and you. Like the thing with Ja, when he performs some lady records, that whole crowd. It's not. Don't matter, bro. But it's not. But record for record, it's not beating Twins.
Yeah.
So like stuff like that. But I felt Ja off of this performance. He got it, but it wasn't a blowout.
It wasn't a blow. It's too close to call.
It's too close. It was honestly too close to call.
See, and I felt the same way too. Cause like, and see, I was coming on here feeling kind of self-conscious. Like I was like, I watched this whole thing and I couldn't tell you who won. Like song wise, I couldn't tell you who won because it felt too close. But like definitely performance wise, energy, like that was easily Ja. But when he played that Big Pun record, that first Big Pun record, I was like, yo. I didn't see it coming, bro. I really didn't see it coming. It kind of hit me.
I just, and when he did that, I was like, I kept saying to myself the whole time, I was like, he must have fun Pun's rap book. I couldn't help but say that for no reason. Didn't even go with the song, but I just had to say that just because he pulled the Pun record out.
Yeah. I mean, and I love
Pun's rap book.
I love the special appearances. Nelly, Ashanti.
Yeah. That was actually wild.
Yeah. That was that surprised me the most, Lil Mo.
Yeah, Lil Mo and Vita. This is one of the ones. I like this verses. And I liked it because for once, Ja didn't take an L. That people could fuck with him.
I feel like.
Yeah, he took a dub for once, because a lot of people were talking about a better versus matchup would have been 50 and Ja. And I like Ja. I still listen to some of his songs. Hell no.
Don't put them in the same room with each other.
First of all, forget the catalogs. Man. Forget the catalogs. Forget the energy that'll be in the room. They're gonna fight.
For real.
Fight. Like I don't want to see them. I don't even want to see them go song for song. I want to see them go body blow for body blow.
Yeah, that's a fight. That's not song for song. Even song for song. It's 50 because the energy would just be too much on his side.
I got 50, bro. I got 50.
It's not even.
I'm not even trying to throw shade at Ja, but knowing how sick of an individual 50 is, 50 will play the power intro as one of his 20 and find a way to get Ja out of here or troll Ja.
You know what?
We'd do some shit like that.
I know we supposed to give Ja his flowers, but he wouldn't even do that. I remember when 50 first came out, right before Get Rich or Die Trying, he dropped a mixtape full of Ja Rule diss records.
Is it called Guess Who's Back or whatever?
Yeah, one of them. It was a mixtape, but it was like a bunch of Ja Rule interludes, dissing Ja, like bunch.
Yeah.
It was a bunch of them. I'm telling you, he could use that to beat Ja.
I mean, yeah, it's a battle. It's a battle versus. It's a battle.
But
because you won't even really, even if Ja Rule put out maybe a better overall record, like the fact 50 play one of those joints, it's gonna get received differently.
Yeah,
in the battle.
But I definitely enjoyed this. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was good. Ja did his thing. Joe did his thing. It was positive. Jadakiss came back out and showed he's Mr. Versus. It was good, man. It was good for hip hop. So we're gonna put this in the books for one of the good verses. But today, I just saw this shit today. Actually a few minutes ago. So I think very soon it's gonna be confirmed. Jermaine Dupri versus Puffy. Now, to give the viewers some context to this, Puffy wanted Dr. Dre. But Jermaine Dupri called him out. And Puff was like, your arms is too short to box with God. I'll beat you off of Mary J. Blige and Biggie. And a lot of people are like, y'all forgot that Jermaine Dupri got Usher? He got Mariah Carey?
Bro.
That could counter something. So, like, it's been a debate, but I just saw them on Fat Joe's Live. It's looking like it's going to happen. So, first, what's a better matchup? Dre or Puff? Jermaine or Puff?
Well, I think like you said it. I mean, Puff can, but you know, a lot of the things that go into these verses is what song selection you go with and when you play it. The timing of these records is so key, and the order when you play it, like how you start and how you finish in that middle section, where a lot of these guys, like, they'll lead a verses, they'll probably be up maybe like 6-2, but they start to lack in that middle section, and all of a sudden it's tie ball game, and they get finished and dusted. I think Diddy need to watch his tone, though, for one. Yeah. Because in the words of T.I., I don't know why these folks be looking down on they Southern constituents. He's looking down on his Southern constituent in Jermaine Dupri. Jermaine Dupri could literally play Usher shit, Mariah Carey. He can even play the dance joints that people clown, but they know that it would actually go off in the verses on the low. Like, Jermaine Dupri has crazy range. People forget what Jermaine Dupri had his hands in.
Jermaine Dupri he did. Don't forget the Jay-Z.
Don't forget he got a Jay-Z cut. He has Jay-Z cuts in the tuck.
Jay-Z cuts. He got. Yeah. All right. He got a lot.
Bro, he has some cuts in the tuck. Like
Jagged Edge.
It's all of the East Coast. So this man, Diddy just kind of named. He said he was going to play Big, Mary J, and Mario. Right? Is that what he said?
No, he said Mary J and Biggie. Just those two would kill Jermaine. I'm like,
just those two?
He's tripping.
I mean, listen, Biggie. Don't get me wrong. The Biggie and Mary bag is huge for Puff. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge.
But Usher, Confessions My Way.
No, but he's dreaming if he thinks just those two is enough to like beat him. Like that.
And then
I don't even see that happening. To be real.
Mariah Carey, Jagged Edge.
If he picks the right songs to respond with, but no, man, that's disrespectful. I think this is gonna be one of those ones that are way closer than you think.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
it's gonna be way closer than you think, or it can even get ugly if Jermaine Dupri really shows the range. It can get ugly for Puff. But then again, versus, I don't think versus would let Puff lose. So
no. Here's the thing I'll say about Puff. Here's the thing I'll say about Puff, right? When it comes to just being on that stage, like it's now versus a stage thing. Because you've seen it with John, you've seen it with Jadakiss.
Right.
With certain people that know how to perform, don't get into it. Puff can perform. And he, like, anytime I see him perform, that's how you know the Lox. And that's why I say one thing with the Lox. That's how you know the Lox knew what to do. Because Puff is that orchestrator of, like, telling you, oh, this, so Puff will put on the show.
Songs will it be the same though? You know what I'm saying? Like,
we'll have them come out.
Oh, they're gonna have all them artists come out though?
He may have them come out. That's the thing.
They easily could. This is a big deal. They probably would. They probably sent the invites right now.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Because I remember watching he did a tour. I didn't go to, but I saw the videos of it.
Oh, when he did the tour with the family, it was like,
and that was epic. So he could perform. Don't get it twisted, but Jermaine, He's the South Puff. He's the Southern version of you.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Like back then, so I don't get why he said your arms too short to box with. I don't get that. But
wait, did he really say that?
Yeah, he said that.
Well, he be so conceited, man. He crazy.
And that like you said, T.I. was mad about that. T.I. ain't. But yeah, I think.
I just saw the notification of their live with what's it called? It was Fat Joe. Snoop was on there too, right?
Snoop was on there, yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild. I mean, I can't wait. I'm excited for that one. I think I would like to see that. I just think that anyone that thinks it's going to be lopsided, think again. Because there's only been one lopsided verses, and that's because this artist doesn't just have hits. He timed what to play at a perfect time. And I'm talking about Rick Ross versus 2 Chainz. No shade to 2 Chainz, but Rick Ross got 2 Chainz the fuck out of here. Yeah. And that's not just because he has better hits, but like the timing of his selection of what he played.
Would you say, because I had that lopsided, but not like the Lox and Dipset.
Oh, you thought the Lox and Dipset was more? I guess the Lox and Dipset was more lopsided. But okay, I think the Lox and Dipset was probably the most lopsided one because there's a lot of joints that Dipset didn't play. But that joint was so sloppy, but I think the traditional format, play your song.
Yeah, if it's
off of that.
Yeah, it would have been closer if it's that.
Yeah.
Because if you're saying it by that standard, it would have been closer. And I agree with you. The 2 Chainz, Rick Ross.
Yeah.
Got him out of there.
Yeah, and 2 Chainz got hits. There's joints that he didn't play like when he should have played it, but like, that was pretty crazy. But don't expect to see Diddy do that to Jermaine.
Expect it
they gonna go blow for blow, for real.
Yeah, I expect that one is gonna feel more like how X and Snoop did theirs.
Oh X and man, Snoop, that was
Rest in peace, DMX. X and Snoop. Yeah, rest in peace. That was a phenomenal. That was one of the first ones that I was like, okay, I love verses. That was the first one.
That's one of my favorite ones. Yeah,
that's one of my favorite ones. That was a tie to me.
Yeah,
that was a tie, and I thought Snoop could have got X out of here just because, but people forget that X run.
Yeah.
I
mean,
and they were just jamming in that one. It was cool.
Well, it was cool. It was cool.
Yeah.
X wasn't even talking. No one was talking. Because of Jadakiss and the Lox, people want to talk shit because that's the thing with the Fat Joe Ja Rule. And I'm y'all homies. Why y'all talking shit?
Yeah.
Don't see. It seems so. It was not organic at all.
No. It felt like they were just trying to put on the show. So I was just like,
they were definitely, bro.
And I didn't say this.
At one point. Damn, I don't remember.
I think I remember. I didn't say this when I was talking about the Fat Joe Ja Rule one, but it felt like Fat Joe wanted to Jadakiss him so bad. Because if you saw earlier what he was playing, and I'm like, but Ja responded with some hard records too. I was like,
there's something that Fat Joe said that was what I'm thinking of that felt very like it reminded me of what Jadakiss was doing too.
Was he saying that yesterday's hits ain't today hits?
Oh yeah.
And then Ja was like, yesterday hits are today's classics. I was like, oh
yeah. Hey, and he surprised me with that comeback too. Cause I didn't expect that from him.
Oh yeah, no. Ja,
that's quick. That's quick.
It was kind of looking like Ja was trying to save his legacy that was crumbled. So he was not playing. He was not playing at all. So
shout
out to him again. But yeah, I think Jermaine and Puff, you're gonna dance. I'm gonna dance. I'm gonna just tell you that. I'm gonna get my dances.
Yeah, I'm definitely dancing the whole time. That joint's about to be live.
I will be like, what did Suge say? Them dudes in the video dancing.
Dancing. Indeed.
Puff,
and he's an entertainer too, so it's gonna be fun to watch.
It'll be good.
And his energy is gonna be through the roof. I already know that. Honestly, that verse has got to be in the Barclays or something or MSG.
I want it. Yeah, it should be in the Barclays or MSG. It's gonna have to be in a big arena because. But I think Jermaine. Jermaine ain't scared. He'll come to New York. He'll come up just for the pride. He'll come to New York and be like, because the South, they felt they felt disrespected too much. Even with T.I., like that's another guy. He hasn't done a versus.
Who does T.I. want to go against?
50.
We can't sleep on T.I., bro. He had a crazy ass run.
T.I.'s run. People sleep on T.I.'s run. I told people. I remember I told you this this about a year ago. I told you T.I. had 3 classic albums, and J. Cole fans got mad at me.
Yo, I remember that.
Yeah, I was like, yo, and I'm like, wow, they like, okay, relax. You know what I'm saying? But T.I.'s liked it. No, T.I.
Bro, I remember this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yeah, we talking.
I was about to say, I do remember when that happened. But also I was gonna say that's actually a nice little slugfest because I would probably rock with my guy 50 because I think I like 50's records better. But T.I. was my guy for a while, bro. And that short, he had a longer run, but I forgot the sequence of when these albums came. But like the cuts off of like Paper Trail and King. Like, yeah.
King. Yeah.
No Mercy? Is that, what's it called?
No Mercy was right after he came out of jail.
Yeah. Is that the joint that has, here's one of my favorite T.I. songs that probably not everyone loves, but shout out to my guy Ben, because he knows I love this joint. He loves it too. It's him and Pharrell. Skateboard P, make your face fall off. Serve straight E and make your face fall off. It's amazing. So amazing.
Yeah.
They had some cuts on there.
Yeah, What's that called?
It's called Amazing.
Amazing.
And it's T.I. and Pharrell. I think it's just them two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, him and 50, don't get me wrong. I would say this. And people think, yo, T.I. will give 50 all his money. I think the thing that will help T.I., his run of being that guy was longer than 50's. But 50's peak is nothing like, I don't know any rapper that had a better peak, just a year. Especially coming in than 50. I don't think I could think of a rapper with a better, like, just coming into the industry.
I'm trying to process this because this is actually, I mean, this combo alone could be its own episode. Actually,
you really could.
Yeah.
You also got to factor in if they're doing like a stage battle too, though. Like who's gonna put on like a better performance though?
Yeah, 50 can perform, but T.I. can too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I feel like 50 can perform, but 50's been kind of removed from music. Would he still perform how we think he would?
Yeah.
At least in the verses, T.I. could play songs from 2012, 2013, 2015.
Yeah, but the thing, 50 could, you remember with the Lox, the mixtape cuts, 50 got the classic mixtape cuts.
He got them cuts, yeah.
Some classic,
he got them cuts.
You know.
He got hella mixtape cuts. And I'm just thinking like, from a stage presence side, 50 still got energy. I know 50 got energy, man. He's in great shape.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Do he really be feeling the music like that to put on the show that we hope that he would put on? Probably though, because you know he's a sportsman and T.I. is calling him out and thinks that he's on the same level of shit. You know?
When it comes to the competitive competition in hip hop, 50 Cent is the most craziest, obsessive, dude I think I've seen in the history. Of mankind. He's not normal, man.
I feel like I'm going backwards with this combo, but it still ties into both of them. Here's a risk that these two artists both took. 50 Cent and Kanye. Them battling was a huge risk. Especially Kanye.
It was a huge risk, but I felt 50 was way overconfident and really looked down on Ye.
Yeah.
He did not know that the industry at that time, the industry was changing from the gangster was what he was doing. It was changing and he didn't realize.
Right.
And you know what? Not to get back, but I feel, you know, the way that 50 and Kanye did their thing back then, and it was like you saw the side change into Ye. I feel like the same thing kind of happened with Drake and Ye, where like you see Drake and Ye dropped the same week.
Yeah.
Drake has the upper hand with the sales and the music.
Yeah.
Whereas Ye, he's not fading out, but you can tell it's Drake. It's Drake's time.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like it's similar. Not as big as Ye on 50, because I feel like Ye got 50 the fuck out of here. Sorry.
I feel you.
But you know, Graduation was like that, bro.
Yeah.
Don't even compare those out. Graduation and Curtis.
Come on, yeah. Got him out of here, bro. And I think because we were talking about these artists at their peaks and their transitions and such. And I'm trying to think, when did T.I. had a moment. That's what's crazy. During that time frame where 50 took that L to Kanye.
Yeah.
I was doing the damn thing though, because King dropped in 06, Paper Trail dropped in 08, and Paper Trail was bananas of an album. That joint was nuts.
Yeah,
it was like super loved commercially. Everyone loved it.
Yeah. And
everyone loved it.
And even don't forget, even though the album wasn't great like that, T.I. versus T.I.P. Big Things Poppin'.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That
was a song of the summer, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That joint came out 07 or
07.
07, yeah.
Yeah, that was a song of the summer.
That was
like it went strong for a good 2 years, it felt like.
Yeah, that song was that's probably his biggest joint.
The anthem. Yeah, that's one of his biggest joints, easily. Outside of the Rubber Band Mans and such. And then of course Live Your Life with Rihanna. That's like
oh yeah.
Man.
That was for the kids. That was for that was for all ages.
Yeah. That song was like that. But
because they let us play that joint in school, and I was like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know he's done it because we say 50, but for me, the better versus matchups, and I'm gonna kind of go I'm gonna say two different matches, but Fat Joe went up against Ja Rule. If you look at it, it's not really a good matchup. I'm gonna just say two, hypothetically. I feel that Luda versus T.I. and Nelly versus Ja Rule are better matchups in my book, because I'm looking at Luda and T.I. Put those two catalogs hit-wise, that is going to be bananas. And then Nelly versus
T.I. can win.
Yeah,
T.I. can
win. That was my first thought.
T.I. can win, but man, move. Get out the way. Get out the way. Luda got some joints.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But I don't see T.I. losing that battle.
Get back,
bro. I'm about to run T.I.'s joint this weekend. I think T.I. actually. Once again, there's strategy that goes into verses.
Yeah, there's
strategy. I can never avoid it because my mind goes there because it's too close to call. But I think T.I. actually went with the right strategy. He could get not Luda out of here, but he could win. He could clearly win. It wouldn't be ugly, but he could clearly.
He could clearly win.
Yeah, I think T.I. can get him. I think T.I. can get him.
I love T.I., but stand up, get back.
But I want to see Luda them get to that real bad, pimping all over the world. They gotta hit us they have to hit us with the variety. If you do that, then you can go into a versus and beat your competition because you're showing your range.
Yeah,
and
so
Luda definitely has range. Yeah.
Yeah, so I say for that one, I think that would be a better one.
Okay.
I said that would be better.
And who was it? It was Nelly versus Luda again, right?
Yeah, it was Nelly versus Luda. I felt.
Who was the clear winner? Was there a clear winner there?
That was Luda.
It was Luda.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
I feel like if you should pair Nelly and Ja. To me, I think Nelly would win.
Both some sickos. Because Nelly played his country joint during that versus.
Yeah.
It was all in my head.
That record goes. That record goes.
It does go. But him and John. Actually, I want to see Nelly and John. That shit would actually be lit. I'm with you.
Because they both great performers.
Yeah.
Got Lady Records.
Yeah.
That would have been crazy. I don't even know who I would pick just because people would pick Nelly, but I don't know, either or. I don't know. But I think those would be better. But
Oh no.
yeah, Ti needs to get in the ring. I want to see. He wants it.
I do.
Yeah, he wants it. But yeah, man, we got a lot of music. We got a lot of music we talked about. But I wanna shoot. Let me. No, I'm gonna skip these two, man. Because
what's on the docket, baby?
I'm gonna skip these two because I really, since we're talking about music, and then I'll go right into talking about COVID and vaccinations. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
I was going to skip those.
Chris, we'll tackle that next week.
Yeah.
But because the Washington football team won, let's talk about some football. Let's talk about some positive. Heineke.
Yo,
he's here.
Why not?
He's here. Chris, you kind of told me what it was yesterday, and I'm kind of, I heard what you said about you stopped watching at halftime.
I did.
I don't blame you, but we like.
Bro, y'all had like until the first. What was it? No, the last two. I think it was 2 minutes and 30 seconds in the first quarter. Y'all had -3 yards.
Chris,
I was like, "What is this, bro? How you play almost the entire quarter? You got negative yards."
Listen, Heineke wasn't. He had to warm up. You know what I'm saying? But I love the performance. We got the Giants out of here. It was a crazy game. The kicker wanted to give us heart attacks.
Bro, he's some shit. I'm gonna just say that. I knew he was gonna miss the kick before I even knew we were gonna get in field goal range. I said, knowing us, we won't score here. We're gonna kick a field goal and miss.
Yeah.
I just knew it. Yeah.
So
I just knew it. Sorry, Dusty, but you're Dusty.
Yeah. We gotta do something about that. We have to do something about that kicker. But man, I like Heineke. I think he's a cool QB. I think he's one of them quarterbacks. He don't get too down when he makes a mistake.
Yeah,
that's a good sign.
Short-term memory, yeah.
Because
short-term memory.
Yeah, because guys like Kirk Cousins and the rest in the past, they would fold. But
yeah,
I like
Kirk has temper tantrums and shit too. That's facts. I will say this though, it was a good win for Taylor. Starting. And it's crazy though, because you got to think about his last two starts. He beat the Super Bowl champs, the Buccaneers. No, he didn't beat the Super Bowl champs, but he played well. Yeah, it was close. It felt like we lost, but it felt so much like a win that game.
Yeah.
So I was view it as a win almost. But he played well there, and then his next start is this game against the Giants. They didn't start off well, but they got it together. And he has a command of the offense. I mean, no cap, he has a command of the offense. He felt comfortable. Yeah, there was like some shaky moments. I felt like he missed guys a lot or overthrew them. But I'm also thinking like jitters, even though it stopped raining, the ball was still kind of wet.
Yeah.
And it's not like Taylor Heineke's the biggest guy. And I was looking at his hands. He don't got big hands.
No.
So if you saw a couple throws where they were like wobbly, yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, that had to do with the weather and such. He couldn't really catch it clean and let it rock. But he played well. The defense, though, I mean, they got stops when they needed to get stops. But damn, with all this hype that's surrounding the defense, I need to see more.
It collapsed. Yeah. I was happy that Shepard dropped that ball, but I was mad that y'all left him down.
You're not sure. You mean Slayton in the end zone?
Slayton, yeah.
Shepard wouldn't have dropped that. I'm just saying. Shepard wouldn't have dropped that.
Yeah, I got them confused. Yeah. I was hot. Just because y'all gave them that.
Yeah. That was horrible community. Blown coverage in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and like honestly, like just watching y'all game, because I watched I watched some of the highlights afterwards. Like y'all, like to be real, like I didn't expect much coming in for your offense. No, just like but for your defense with all the hype around, I'm like, okay, well, like us, like I'm a Steelers fan, like you guys will probably be like depending mostly on your defense now. Doesn't really feel like that's gonna be like something y'all can have the luxury of doing this year. At least not this past game. It didn't seem like, because like also being real against just like Giants are notorious for underperforming. Because like they had talented people on their offense. They just
I will say this:
they
they're
never
improved,
play
though.
up to their potential in like
They
close
don't.
games at all. So
Right. But they definitely improved though. Shout out to Danny Dimes has to be the most unathletic looking athlete in the world, but he's an athlete though.
Yeah.
Cutting up, running on us like that. I was like, yo, come on. Shout out Danny Dimes. He did well. Yo, Saquon didn't really get to go off, but there was a couple plays. Saquon looked like he all right. He's getting back into form. So that's good for him. Glad he's able to make a comeback. Another big takeaway. The defense has improved, I guess, for the Giants. Either the defense has improved for the Giants or the Washington football team's offense is mid.
Yeah. And that's why it's hard to say because like it's and like your offense was kind of shaky, but their defense hasn't been great really. So it's hard to say if y'all are good or they're bad.
Yeah. Shout out to Terry.
I can't even tell yet.
Yeah, shout out to Terry though. He had a good game.
Yo, Scary Terry is him, man.
Yeah, he's him. He had a good game. But I mean, I'm cool with Heineke being the starter. I think he's gonna be. Yeah. It's the third start, so there are people that are gonna remain nameless that tried to grill me because I said he was cool. Because they thought that Heineke's the savior, and they want to start with Chris. I think you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, they just love to fanboy. Like they did this with Haskins. They did this with Kirk Cousins. I'm pretty sure they did this with RG3. I didn't know him then.
Yeah, they definitely did. Hard.
I like to give things time. Heineke's his third start. I like what I'm seeing.
Right.
Keep it up. You're cool. You're a cool, composed quarterback. Keep it coming, man.
Yeah, shout out Heineke. Shout out ODU. Shout out to my friends that personally know him. I know they were hyped. A win for him is like a win for them. So yeah.
Nice. But Suave, we kind of talked about I know me and Chris kind of talked about, what we're expecting for the season and going forward. What is your prediction for like your Super Bowl winners? Who's coming out? Who you think's gonna, take the crown?
Shoot, based off of week one.
Yeah.
Based off of week one, it's gonna be a repeat.
A repeat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it was kind of a big deal for the Chiefs to come back and beat the Browns. People they sleep on that Browns like running attack and that offense. I know they didn't really. The Chiefs defense has improved too, so they didn't let Baker get comfortable passing the ball, but they ran the ball so well. That's the reason why the Browns had that lead to begin with. But that comeback ability Mahomes possesses, and my man Tyreek, Reek is a freak, bro, and so is Travis Kelce. So yeah,
Tyreek is a black cheetah.
He literally is.
That's a black cheetah.
Yeah, that man cheetah. Yeah, he's different, and I think we're probably going to see a repeat because after what I saw in that shootout with the Cowboys and the Buccaneers, this man Tom Brady found the fountain of youth in Tampa.
Yeah. Tom Brady, and shout out to the Cowboy fans out there. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all feel good. That was great feeling.
Geek. Come on.
Shout out to the Cowboy fans. I'm pulling my Stephen A. Smith boy. But I will agree with you that, that's probably what's going to happen. But, and I may look delusional here, and this is, it's because I'll say there's some bias here because I like Aaron Rodgers, but I am really thinking that team, after what happened to them last year, and even what happened to them after they got smoked by New Orleans, they're going to come with a vengeance.
I hope so, because I actually want to see them get that chance. I actually want to see him win, actually, Aaron.
Yeah.
But that game, I don't care. That game shouldn't have gone the way it went. No. And maybe it was like, I don't know what it was, but it just went that way with the Saints coming out super hot and they were playing in like a neutral field and such.
Yeah.
I don't know. But that was just an ugly game, and it was just
disgusting, bro. It was bad. Aaron Rodgers did not look like himself. He looked like Jameis Winston on the Bucks. Like he looked like that type of Jameis Winston looked like Aaron Rodgers.
He looked like Jameis before the LASIK eye surgery. That LASIK, man. That's the reason why Jameis was on, bro. You saw what he did. That LASIK, bro. Jameis was right. He about to win comeback player of the year. Watch.
Yeah,
For real,
I definitely think he's a candidate after throwing 5 touchdowns against it. But yeah, I think just for me personally, and because listen, I will never listen. Tom Brady, he's Michael Jordan right now, so you can't talk bad about. I'm not going to talk bad about him because it'll bite me in the. He's like that. He's like that. But I'm rooting for Aaron to take Tom out this year. Finally, you know.
I think I want to see that. I want to see that too. I just don't know if it happens, but I would like to see it.
Yeah, but that's me.
But I can't even be mad at Aaron because it was like the whole team just didn't feel like they were there, to be real. Because like I watched the game and I was just like, wow, don't nobody want to be here right now.
I was so confused, bro.
Yeah,
I was so confused. I didn't understand it.
I know where I know where it's coming from. It's the off-season stuff that happened where is Aaron coming back? Is he not coming back? Is this the last dance for them? It's kind of gonna be like that. Like, is Aaron Rodgers coming back next year? Is there any point of playing to our potential, knowing this guy has his foot out the door already? So if they can't figure that out, it's gonna be a wrap.
Team trying to tank for a new next year or for that draft. What you saying?
Yeah, not even just that. It's just they're not trying to tank. It's like they're discombobulated because of all the mess that's happened in the offseason. So, and they still have Jordan Love there.
Yeah,
and he's not that bad.
They do. He's not that bad, but he's not it. So I think this is what needs to happen if it doesn't work out. I don't know what's going on with Deshaun Watson. If he is not guilty or whatever, if they can find a way to grab him and just send him to Green Bay, they can get another shot at the championship next year with him.
Yeah.
If the talent is still there from being benched. But I don't know what is.
I'm going to try to be nice to Deshaun Watson, but it's not looking good for him.
Yeah. I think it seems like he's out of here because, like, what's the point of keeping that dude and healthy scratching him every week? Something must be up. I know they said they're running. The FBI's involved, right?
Yeah. If he doesn't take care, and I don't wish this on any man, and I don't even like talking about this guy because he was a great guy I looked up to when I was little. Context. They're gonna R. Kelly this nigga out of here.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And if you follow that trial, like I've been peeping, it felt like I don't know who that person is that they're talking about on that stand. That's the devil. That's Lucifer.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping Deshaun.
I was surprised at all this shit. I was like, what? I was like, who? Deshaun Watson? I was like, that's wild. But then like the stories, I'm just like, yo. When more and more people came forward, I was like, when these women are coming forward, I'm just like, yo, this man Deshaun is wicked. What the fuck is this?
Right.
Yeah. Right. So I mean, I just really want to. I mean, justice needs to be served. So I mean, if he is super guilty, yo, get him the fuck out of here. Simple as that. But it's just like he's just still surrounding the game. Even though he's not playing, he's still like involved in the NFL. So it makes me wonder, like, what is going on? So you can't help it.
And the NFL, and not to prolong this, but like the NFL, they know their history with this type of stuff.
Yeah.
So especially with Ray Rice and a couple of other incidents, I think it was the Ray Rice thing that got Goodell like under fire.
Yeah, because that one was on camera.
Because I was on camera, but they gotta handle this because when it comes like the era we're in, the empowerment, the Me Too, everything else, I'll be on top of this. So I hope Goodell is getting this right.
Yeah, they gotta get it right.
The
thing is, though, they haven't even really said anything. He's just literally on the roster and just healthy scratching him. They're not even like he's not even getting. There's not even any punishment from the NFL or his teams. He's just there, like he's practicing.
Yeah. And the thing is, not to prolong this, whenever it's civil suits, and it's not a criminal. If it's a criminal suit, they would have released him a long time ago. Just all the fact you got charges and it doesn't look good, like real, like you could go to jail. But when it's money involved and it's a civil suit, the NFL has to like Okay. Wait till wait for the settlement. Wait for it to completely go away.
Okay.
And then we're gonna act like this never happened.
Right. That's kind of what's happening here.
I think that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Because if it's a criminal charges, it would have been gone a long time ago.
Yeah.
So yeah. But I think that's it. I think that's it for the NFL talk and maybe for the show. Anything else? Anything else you want to? Well, I'll say this. Shout out to PlayStation. Shout out to them because I feel like they looked out for me because yesterday I'm gonna tell this story real quick. Yesterday they sent me a special invitation, like this exclusive invitation to cop the PS5. I looked at it and I was like, is this a spam? I really did my research and I was like, this is legit. They're sending it to people. Like they send it to a couple thousand people around the world.
Oh, wow.
And they said, tomorrow at 3:00, we're going live. This is your special link. You're going to skip the queue to grab PlayStation.
Sure.
So me, I'm like, what if I don't know, because the way the PS5s have been going off the shelves, I didn't put my heart into it. It was 5:00 today, and I realized I forgot. I went in there. But I was like, if I take an L, it is tight. I'll get it eventually. I went in there and I checked. The digital joints were out of stock, but the disc joints were still in. I took that motherfucker within 3 minutes and checked out.
Finesse.
I didn't go through no queue. I didn't camp. I got that joint like this. So shout out to PlayStation.
Yo, they looked out.
Some people just got like that, huh?
Hey, yo,
PlayStation, where's my invite?
Right.
I hit a couple people today, and they were like, "What? How did you get a PS5? Who do you know?" PlayStation just said, we're gonna give you an early Christmas present. Now we go.
So like they just emailed you, or did they message you on like?
They emailed me last night, and I thought it was a spam, or I thought it was fake, but I did my research legit, and it was a legit thing they were sending out.
Wow.
I saw a couple people that the PS5 alert people, they said that they're sending those to people, different people around the world, like a couple thousand people. I'm lucky, but I didn't take it too serious. I legit forgot, but I went back and I got it. So,
I'm thinking I'm gonna tell Shady this because I'm trying to get a PlayStation 2, so I need to. I don't know. I need the email PlayStation. Holla.
Right. You need to connect.
Get at me, dog. For real.
Yeah. So that's my crazy story of the week. My week been good, but Fridays are always good. I was born on a Friday. I'm a Kofi. So good.
I was born on a Monday.
Monday. What's that? Is it Kojo?
Yeah, I think so. It's
Kojo,
either that.
Monday. Let me look that up.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I think
Ghana name. Monday Ghana name. It's Kojo. Yeah.
Come on. Shit, with this fucking line. Come on.
Well, yeah, I think there's nothing more else to say. I think that's it for the show. Suave, I appreciate you, homie, for coming on.
Man.
I'm gonna let you, tag, let you do your promo, let you get your shit off real quick.
Shit. Well, I'm glad y'all hit me to hop on, man. It's always dope to be featured on the show. The show is dope. I mean, y'all keep doing what you do for real.
Appreciate you.
I feel like y'all do talk music, but y'all talk about everything else in between as well, which is good. So keep doing that for sure. If you want to get at me, my new Twitter is no longer Suave Montana because Twitter got beef and got rid of my old Twitter. I think it's because I was posting too many leaks before they were dropping. I was trying to feed the streets. But anyways, my Twitter is at InSuaveTrustX, and then my IG is at Suave Montana. The blog is www.insuavetrust.com. Get at me. And once again, yo, Peter, Chris, thanks for having me, bro.
Yeah,
Love y'all.
Bro.
It's dope.
Yeah.
Dope time to just sit and talk music and shit, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, so that's it for us, the show. You can catch us on Out of the Berg on IG, Out of the Berg Pod. We will be on every podcast service on Monday. Apple has been giving us a bit of a problem, people. Sometimes they drop a little later than midnight, but you'll catch it. So don't worry about that. But we'll be on all platforms. We're going to be on YouTube at 3:15. Monday. So stay tuned. You're gonna see Suave, gonna see me, gonna see Chris live on YouTube. And my personal IG at Kofi Pita. Pita Kofi.
Come on.
And Twitter. Yeah. Chris.
And mine is on Twitter. You catch me at BigChris_57 and IG is Everybody Loves Chris.
What?
Yeah, man. Like I said, have y'all been entertained? I always say this: stay black, stay woke, stay safe. Peace.
Bye.
Love it. Peace.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Out of the Berg podcast. We're available on all podcasting platforms, and we ask that you like, comment, share, and subscribe, as well as hit that notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever we release a new video. And as always, we like you, we love you, but we gotta go. Bye.